Talked about this story before in as much detail as we had at the time, side by side with the Phoenix Suns owner needing to get rid of his team because he made some women upset or some dumb stuff like that. But Ime Udoka, okay, he's at least right now kind of sort of maybe, I don't really know how it's end up ultimately going to shake out, because he is a man at the end of the day, and he did kind of upset the female imperative, so he could be out on his ass. But then again, at the same time, he is also a black guy, so the NBA, the NBA commissioner firing a black guy, I don't really know how well optically they want to go down that trail. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't think he's going to be the Boston Celtics head coach, okay? He's probably going to have to go away for a little while, do some introspective thinking, even though it looks like his family really couldn't care less about this situation. Oh my God, he's the cheater. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. He's still the head coach of the guy who just went to the finals last year. So I don't know what you're bitching about. Those guys are kind of fucking rare at this point. So if you just want to go ahead and upset the apple cart, that's on you. But there's a lot of blue-pilled old order simps that are out there just saying, oh, look at how bad this guy is. He cheated on his wife. And how could he do that? She's such a queen. And yeah, we took that approach beforehand and just poking holes in all of those theories that are out there. But we didn't know a whole hell of a lot about the woman that he was allegedly cheating with, okay? Because again, I don't want to besmirch his good name, because again, we don't know for certain, but we do know that there was some dick being slung out there. And who was catching it? Allegedly, according to Daily Mail, Ime Udoka. I think I'm pronouncing that right, okay? Because I want to put some respect on this fucking player's name. Because, again, this is the only affair that we know of so far, but we know that there's got to be more than this, okay? You don't start fucking around the office so openly like this, okay? You got to work yourself up to this. I'm just saying. But his lover is revealed. He cheated on Nia Long. Oh, my God, what a catch. She's old as fuck. Why are you shocked by this? But here's another truth that's just going to be a little bit too uncomfortable for some God-pilled among us. With a 34-year-old devout Mormon married mother of 3? Oh my God! It's almost like men love idealistically. That's why he's not breaking up with his wife. That's why he cheated, allegedly, supposedly, even though I haven't heard anything from her come out on this. He cheated on his wife, and then just fucked some strange. Men love idealistically. Women love opportunistically. What do I mean by that? A devout Mormon married mother of 3? It's almost like taking the God pill didn't keep her trousers up. Oh my God. It's almost like she maybe, more than likely, lost respect for her husband and then decided to fuck the big black basketball player. Oh my God. It's not yours. It's just your turn. Oh my God. Let's get into this. Boston Celtics employee whose affair with head coach Ime Udoka led to his suspension can finally be revealed. But has she been suspended on this one? Nah, because there's a double standard on this one, right? And bitches want to complain that dudes don't want to take them seriously because they have a triple-digit body count, okay? Just want to complain about that double standard. Oh, I can you sleep around? It's bad that we sleep around, but you judge us for this. But literally every other double standard that's out there goes for the benefit of women, okay? This guy, okay, somebody who took the Boston Celtics, what would have been a good team on paper, took them all the way to the NBA Finals last year, right? Got through the fucking rigors that is the Eastern Conference. And he's on the fucking skids. Meanwhile, this bitch gets to continue to push papers in the fucking Celtics front office. Office? There's no X in office. But there should be in front of her job title. If we're going to be playing this game. I don't think we should to begin with. But again, we can't live in a world of shoulds and woulds. We have to live in a world of what is. The female employee is team service manager Kathleen Nimmo Lynch. That should give you a fucking big indicator right there. Okay. It should be Kathleen Lynch. Okay. Nemo, unless that's a middle name or something like that, but I don't know anybody who's actually named Nemo unless it's in the, I don't know, the Book of Mormon or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. Is that Joseph Smith's middle name? The fucking Nemo? Joseph Nemo Smith? Or was that the brand of bicycle that he was riding around with his short sleeve shirts and his fucking black tie? I don't know. But if a woman doesn't take your last name, or if she wants to hyphenate it, height of disrespect. She doesn't love you. She doesn't love you like that. A married mother of 3, Daily Mail can disclose. The Celtics have not identified the woman Udoka was involved with, but Lynch's name had been leaked online. Yeah. She was one of those people, oh my god, she's being harassed. Meanwhile, this guy's career is being fucking ruined. She served as team liaison, arranging travel, including, for his fiance, right? Lodging and game tickets for Celtics family members at home and on the road. Very important, okay? An equal position to that of the head coach of the Boston Celtics, right? That's why we have such equal distribution of punishment in this one. And again, why are you even fucking punishing this shit? It looks like nobody's really affected, okay? He got his dick wet and she got right with the Lord, okay? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? A source familiar with the investigation told Daily Mail that the affair was consensual, short-lived, and had ended by the time the investigators got involved. Yeah, exactly. Who's hurt by this? Who hurt you? Nobody. So why is this a fucking problem? Lynch has long-standing personal ties with the team's legendary former player, Danny Ainge, who is, yes, an executive director of basketball operations and one of the most shrewd general managers in history. Like, there was an old saying back when I was actually giving a fuck about the NBA. Like, this is not that long ago, but it's long enough ago, okay? If you are an opposing GM and you see a phone call coming in from Danny Ainge, you don't take that phone call because that motherfucker's going to fleece you. Because just take a look, okay? He traded all of those pieces away to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then also at the same time, was that to the Seattle Supersonics? I think it was. To get Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett. And then they immediately, that's one of the only instances of a super team immediately coming together, meshing, and then winning a championship. Every other fucking experiment at that level failed spectacularly. The New York Knicks, when they brought in Carmelo Anthony, Amare Stoudemire, and who was the other one that was there? I can't quite remember. Derrick Rose or something like that? That might have been a little bit later. I might have got my timeline mixed up on that one, but that ultimately failed. Okay, it took a couple of seasons for the Big Three in Miami to get their fucking bearings on straight because LeBron's mom was getting piped down by little what's-his-fuck. God, that was a funny story. Oh, things to cover if I had a channel back at the time. Because again, haha, you get to dunk on LeBron James, who is probably going to end up breaking Kareem's scoring record this year. But hey, man, still lost more finals than you've ever been to. Sucks to suck, I guess. But anyways, back to this. This isn't about me dunking on some of the best talents of all time, right? Like, who the fuck am I? Can you play basketball that good? No, I can't. But I can still point out fucking bad life decisions. LeBron James is a cuck. With the next story? Okay. Oh, but Danny Ainge. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, he's no longer with the team. Oh, okay. Ainge, 63, a fellow Devout Mormon, helped her land the job. Now, I wonder if he got his knob polished by her too, or if she's racist. A source familiar with the investigation told Daily Mail that Ainge learned early in the summer that the Celtics had initiated an investigation into Udoka's relationship with Lynch, but he did not intervene in the investigation or decision to suspend the coach. And again, why? If everybody was fine with this, okay, she was continuing to do her job. He was obviously successful in his role. Who the fuck cares? The source added, however, that Ainge was deeply disappointed in the affair. Yeah, exactly. There's probably something against adultery and the fucking, the golden tablets or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Stop being prudes. These are consenting adults doing what consenting adults fucking do. Especially given the fact they have families. Oh my god, won't somebody please think of the kids? Like, shut up. Fucking nobody knew about it before somebody got, I don't know, a little bit too sad that a top-tier black guy was piping down a white woman. Because let's stop the cap. That is always what happens. To bring up LeBron James in a different light on this one, because it's his son, okay? Bronny? I think it was Bronny. He ended up going to prom last summer, right? At his prom date was, get this one, a beautiful white girl. Oh my god, and Black Twitter and all the black spheres were just going mental. Oh my god, you're a traitor to your race, sleeping around with white women. Oh my god. It's almost like, that kid's at the pinnacle of that private school that he was going to, okay? It's not like he was down on Martin Luther King Boulevard at the fucking or at the public school, okay? Like, he's in the highest tier, the upper echelon of education, which, hey man, if you had the opportunity to send your kids there, you definitely would too. So let's not fucking criticize him for that. But he also has the right and the opportunity to take whoever he wants to the prom. But the racism when it comes from from black women towards black guys is astronomical. Something that I totally don't fucking understand. And then also what would you call them? White knight simps that are black guys. So beige simps. I don't fucking know how the colors end up working out on that one. But the you're disgracing our queens, calling them a race traitor. It's like, that shit makes no fucking sense. And that's hey man, if I'm to just go ahead and throw in a little speculation on this one, I'm a thinking of Shaniqua in the fucking top office up there ended up catching wind of this stuff. It's like, I don't think so. He's cheating on one of our black queens out there. I don't think so. That's just my take on it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Lynch has known Ainge and his family for well over a decade, sharing a hometown, college, and a workplace with a basketball hero. Okay? So did Danny Ainge hire her because she's a good Mormon, or because he knew all of this stuff? It was like, no, you get along great with the staff that we have here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ainge left the Celtics last year and has taken over the head of basketball operations for the Utah Jazz. Oh, okay. That's why they got a good-looking young team coming up now. And again, Utah, Mormons, Salt Lake City, all that jazz. Hey, they're actually fit. I didn't even anticipate that. Long before the news of the affair went public and resulted in last month's season-long suspension. The relationship to the Ainge family, or where she went to school, or her religious affiliation had nothing to do with the severity of the punishment. The source said, yeah, exactly. She has no punishment. The only one who's punished in this one is the black guy. That's a racism. The good thing is that everyone regrets what happened. Yes, exactly. She feels so bad about that one. She'll just make sure to fuck the assistant coach next time. Stop it. Yes, and taking responsibility and humbled and trying to fight for their families and lives back. Lynch and Ainge both declined to comment when contacted by the Daily Mail. Yes, of course, because they're both busy at their jobs. Meanwhile, Udoka's out there being like, hey, I did everything right. Everybody was consenting on this one, okay? And I'm the bad guy? I'm the bad guy. She cheated too. What the fuck? And it's worse because she's a woman. Boo. Anyways, Lynch grew up in an active Mormon family, lived for years as a teenager in Wellesley, Massachusetts, Ainge's then hometown, where he and his wife were raising a family of 6. She later attended college with Danny Ainge's daughter at the basketball stars alma mater, Brigham Young University. School in Provo, Utah. Yes, sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yes, the fucking Mormon college. We know. She's a Mormon. She grew up with strong Mormon values and still fucked outside of her marriage. She graduated in 2011 and 2 years later was hired by the Celtics, working under Ainge. I bet she was. Who was the chief of basketball operations. She held the top job. He held the top job since 2003, retired in 2021. Remained in ties to the Celtics. Yes, his son Austin is the director of player personnel. That's all nice. Of course her husband looks like that. Of course he does. Married to Taylor Lynch. Didn't take his last name. And then also has those soft features. Yep. No, exactly. I am even more certain of my diagnosis of this situation. He was just too busy praying. Okay, too busy riding around handing out the word of the Lord. And she was too busy screaming the name of the Lord. Because you letting your girl go out like that, especially to a fucking NBA game? Like, come on now. Udoka, the Celtics' second-year head coach, with a once sterling reputation. No, I'd give him a even bigger thumbs up on this one. Was suspended for the remainder of the 22-23 season over multiple unspecified violation of team rules. Great. No disciplinary action was taken against Lynch. I want to bite my fucking hand off when I read that. The power dynamic associated with the improper relationship was reportedly the primary finding. Oh yeah, you're the head coach and she works in the front office? The fuck? So try to make the patriarchy make sense in this one. Okay, they were both working in different spheres. Sure, it was under the big, Boston Celtics banner, but this is ultimately what you end up getting. He's a man, therefore he has power. And she was just a docile creature. Like, what are we doing here? I know the whole story front to back. The source said it's as basic as it can get. All the acts were 100% consensual. I couldn't imagine being in his shoes at this point. Like, yeah, she wanted to fuck. I fucked her. Ta-da! Okay, cool, you're fired because you're the head coach. What the fuck? Why? Well, is she packing her bags too? No. She runs a really tight schedule and never missed will call allotment. Like, she's really good at her job. And it's like, I just went to the fucking finals. What the fuck do you want from me? Still, the source added, the Celtics decided the suspension was prudent, largely because they didn't want the distraction going on for too long. Never would have. Sure, you would have got your hand-wringing fans in the stand, but none of them could get that close to the fucking floor because those seats in the Boston Garden, or what is it called, TD Garden now, yeah, those are pricey. You never would have heard anything, so just shut up. Sources close to Lynch say that she's been left devastated and afraid to show her face in public these days. Yes, exactly, that shit is haram. Shame, shame, shame. Wanting to avoid scrutiny, given her name and photo have circulated wildly. She can't even go to the grocery store without getting turned on by the eggplants. Oh my god, she can't even go in the fresh vegetable section anymore. It's terrible. I don't feel bad for somebody who strays outside of a marriage when it comes to a woman. It's just shit sucks. Don't be a whore. I don't know. Ainge's daughter Taylor, a close friend of Lynch, wouldn't discuss specifics when contacted by the Daily Mail, but urged the media to respect the privacy of the parties involved. They are human beings involved that have families and are dealing with a lot of the consequences themselves. Some better than others. Yeah, I don't really care about this fucking sob story about this fucking basic white woman. I want to talk about Udoka. Okay, so he's talked about it. There's his queen right there and his kid, I guess. Looking like a Dr. Dre knockoff. Hey, man. Just hopefully you learn from the mistakes of Dr. Dre, like his super stupid marriage, okay? I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. Udoka's statement read, I was told to say this so that hopefully I have an opportunity to, get my job back when the suspension's over. I am sorry for putting the team in a difficult situation. You really didn't, dude. And I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment. Short, sweet, and to the point. It's not bad. It's not terrible. But again, it has literally nothing to do with basketball outside of the confines in which you guys fucked. Like, okay, cool. You guys worked for the same place. It happened to be a basketball team. This shit happens all the fucking time. A boss fucks his secretary. Sometimes it even ends in marriage. Ta-da! But whenever punishment is handed down for a similar situation, normally it's applied equally. But in this case, she's a woman. And can't be too hard on her because, again, you can't slut shame. But the only other person whose opinion on this that I'd, at least lend an ear to, okay, not saying I'd take it seriously because, again, she's kind of down bad on this one because she got a bunch of kids, she's old, and she hasn't been famous for a long time. But again, she's at least in good shape. We can give her that. That's for true. Chaotic situation escalated on September 23rd when Udoka's fiancé said that she had been blindsided by the affair and found out just days after moving to Boston to be with her longtime beau. The actress has been with Udoka for over a decade and they share a 10-year-old son. But here's where I got to give her a gigantic fucking W. The outpouring of love and support from my family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me, Long said through her spokeswoman. I ask for privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I'm a mother, and I will continue to focus on my children. Yes, exactly. And again, most of the time, okay, when you got a high-profile couple like this, and especially a guy, there's only, 32 head coaches in the NBA, and like I detailed before in my previous video on this type of stuff, there's normally an understanding in these situations, okay? As long as it doesn't get put back into my face, pause. What you do out there on the road is totally up to you, okay? Just as long as I don't know about it, this is normally the conversation that goes on between a husband who's going to be on the road, whether he's a head coach, an athlete, a rock star, a public figure in any form or fashion. But at the end of the day, as long as she is the one with the fucking Rolls Royce, the fucking mansion, all of the kids, the last name, and all that jazz, okay? Because again, they're getting married and stuff like that. She got the title. She fucking won at the end of the day. And he's just out there getting boxed on the side. It doesn't fucking matter. But no, now he's just going to get blacklisted because he was successful at his job. He got some strange, and the NBA is going to be moral police on this type of shit. Nah, it's fucking garbage. But yeah, that's the update on this one. We know who the woman is. My only criticism is hopefully Udoka was grabbing her by the back of her head while screaming, "We're not going to take it." And then singing parody versions like, "I want some cock." She looks like Dee Snider. And Kathy Griffin as well. Jesus, I wonder if that's going to be a picture that goes over top of their mantle now. They're going to do a recreation of the Kathy Griffin and Donald Trump head, but instead of that, would that be racist? I don't even know. But Ime Udoka's head over the top of their mantle is like, got another one. And then, you know what, hey, Taylor Lynch, the cuck right there, is probably there on cleanup crew. So, hey, it looks like everybody benefited in that situation. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.